I'm James Clark. I've been a real estate agent for about 2 years now. I'm on a team with my wife, Shayna, and I'm going to be presenting on a very interesting book that I've read recently. But first, Jeff, have you ever heard the question, what comes first, the chicken or the egg?
Of course.
Okay, what answer have you come up with?
I don't know that there is a right answer. That's why it's so often posed.
Yeah. So I think what a more interesting question is, which comes first, success or happiness?
Yes.
And a much more meaningful question, because honestly, I've thought about the chicken and the egg, and I just came to the conclusion that I don't care. But with this question, there's also a formula that's kind of been told to me, and I'm sure to others too. And that formula is, if you work hard, you'll become successful. And then when you become successful, you will be happy. And so this formula I actually used for a long time. But my formula looked more like, if you get good grades, you go to college and graduate, you'll get a good job. And apparently I love that formula so much, I did that cycle 3 times. Yes, I admit I can be dense and stubborn. But so that process led me to get a graduate degree in medicinal chemistry and then become a practicing pharmacist for 6 years. And I felt, as I reflect back on that time, whenever I'd reach one of those little pinnacles, I felt like fleeting happiness or an excitement, but it was never long lasting. And so really, I was just constantly chasing these goals that I had set along the way. And so that kind of goes back to our question is, what comes first, success or happiness? And in Sean Akers' book, The Happiness Advantage, he actually states and gives evidence that happiness actually comes first. And so with me mentioning that I did medicinal chemistry and pharmacy, really, I like evidence-based things. And so Sean's approach is very scientific and evidence-based as far as why happiness becomes first. Now, with that formula, the next question really is, well, how do I get this happiness or whatever? And so that's really what I'm going to be breaking down in the presentation. Sean's book is broken up into 3 sections. The first talks about positive psychology at work. The second talks about 7 specific principles that we can do. And then the third is the ripple effect. And so I'm not going to give any teasers or anything, but that's just the point of it. But my goal at the end of the presentation is for each and every person to identify one of the 7 principles, or even something they can do with the ripple effect that they can either fully implement in their lives or start to implement and really start to see the changes. And I would ask each person who comes to this, they really have to choose beforehand that they're willing to take, or really willing to decide and take responsibility that, I'm in charge of my happiness. And then as soon as you decide, you need to be ready to start seeing examples of that in your life. And so that's my hope for the presentation, and that's what I'm going for.
I love it. I love it. We've had conversations about this over time about, the happiness advantage. We both read it, and I'm glad you picked this as a topic because everything's a choice, right? And you can choose to be happy now, or you can choose to be happy linked to some event. So this personal development angle that we're kind of going to in these trainings that we're doing is super important to me, and it is to you too. So I look forward to this. We're going to share this video around social media, whatever, in our lists of people, our family, friends, previous clients. It's not just a realtor driven type of a presentation. Obviously, this is for human beings.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys attend, and I hope you share it. We're going to be doing it live here in my office in Draper. We'll have lunch, and we'll be able to network afterwards and visit a little bit. So wherever you're seeing this, there's going to be a link somewhere where you can register. You can also attend on Zoom. So when you register, you'll have that choice, and you'll get the link if that's the choice. But I look forward to it. James, it's May 30th, 11 a.m.
Yep. I would say one more thing. This isn't just for people who are like business owners. You may work for another company. You may just stay at home and kind of run the household. It doesn't matter. These principles are applicable to work, relationships, your career, like interests, every single aspect of your life can be changed by these principles. So come one, come all. The end.
The end. Love it.